Hey guys, Disclaimer Magic here, and I hate TV shows, YouTube videos, and pretty much everything else that does this, but I just have to do it. Today's game day pretty much ended up at the Chinese restaurant. And not the good Chinese restaurant. Okay, it doesn't matter where in Wisconsin you live, there is a good and a bad Chinese restaurant in every city. There could literally be 100 people in a city and they still have a good and a bad Chinese restaurant. Well, there's one down the street from us that we call the OD. You guys my age guaranteed already know where I'm going with this. It's a callback to the old Chappelle Show clip where, the Wu-Tang Clan gets drafted to be Asian. they had a race draft where you could take mixed race celebrities and draft them to your nationality permanently. In fact, the African American delegation chose Tiger Woods. Well, when the Wu-Tang Clan was drafted, even though they are 100% black, they said that ODB is going to change his name from Dirt McGirt to the Dirty Old Chinese Restaurant. So we call it the OD, the Old Dirty Chinese Restaurant. It's actually pretty nice. It's not that nice, but it's somewhat nice. Now, if you cross-reference like how poor I am with me saying it's kind of nice, in other words, it's complete crap. But the food is amazing. Now, me personally, I've only gotten food poisoning once there. I have a bit of a tough stomach usually. Like, I can put down some weird stuff. My friends, they're at 2 or 3 at least. And honestly, I've been there as many times as them. I don't know. But once in a while, that's just the venue where you got to play Magic. Because sometimes you need some Magic and some dirt cheap peanut butter chicken. And let me tell you about that peanut butter chicken. I would stab somebody for some peanut butter chicken. If I am hungry enough, I will fight you. I would fight a dog or perhaps even a bear for some peanut butter chicken, okay? If a bear walked in through the front door, walked up to the buffet, and grabbed a mouthful of peanut butter chicken, or actually the whole tray, a mouthful, like whatever, I'll eat around it, but the tray, if he picks up the whole hot tray and tries to make a break for it, I am on his back trying to claw his eyes out because that peanut butter chicken is like the most important thing in my life right now. It is delicious. So let's back up a little bit. You're probably wondering, how the heck did game day, MTG game day, actually end up at the OD Chinese place? Well, to summarize it, the entire event was a catastrophe. Not just so it was kind of bad or some things went wrong. It was a catastrophe. So I show up way the hell too early because kind of got the time screwed up. And I'm calling around, texting people last night, this morning, all the kind of side players who just play occasionally and for fun and stuff. They've kind of been out of the game for a while. On to people who just don't typically attend F&M due to scheduling but still are a little bit interested. And got them all to come. And I'm thinking, we were joking because, we're thinking, okay, there's the tryhards running the net decks and they're running all these $500 decks and all that. And they know I'm good and they know they're good. Like, we know how to build decks, but we never run the top stuff, especially right now because standard is a joke right now. So we're kind of joking saying, yeah, if we all show up, we'll just fill out the bottom to the point where some of us will rank higher. Or some of us would end up playing each other, and then at least one of us is going to win. You get the idea. Well, it turned out during the entire event, despite having almost exactly the same score the entire event, none of us played each other. So first round, I play one of the better people. I believe he came in second overall, so that sucks. That's just my luck. I'm actually, over the last 2 years, starting to wonder if the tournament system takes lower DCI numbers and ranks them or puts them against each other in the first round. In other words, people who've been playing longer or just people with, enormous amounts of experience or really good winning records because that's all I ever play against in the first round. So that sucked. It was the worst matchup in Magic history. You really can't get much worse than this in Standard. Blue-White Flash Spirit Control versus Tyson D. Think about that for a second. No, seriously, go ahead. I'll wait. Yeah, that's right. If I return Spell Queller to hand to get my board wipe back, by the way, it's a heavily modified version of Tyson D, he's just going to flash it back in. That's how the stack works. Oh, did I just attempt to do anything? Mausoleum Wanderer. Bye-bye, there goes my spell. I did not stand a chance in hell, and the funny thing was I actually almost won both games. But, it was just like the last event. Deck to deck, he had a 95% chance of winning or more. It's just the games were closer because I'm a really good player and I don't make mistakes. So round 2, I'm going up against the 9-year-old. Oh yes, he ranked higher than me at the tournament. He was above the 50% mark, and he's come in first or second at a couple pre-releases. So he ain't messing around. The funny thing is he kept a 1-land hand in the first game. So nobody can decide if he's just the luckiest player ever, if he just runs the most powerful decks somewhat okay, or like what the hell's going on. He's actually quite good at the game. He only made like 3 or 4 questionable play decisions. And that's it. So, okay. He's running a powerful deck. It made sense. So he's running white human servo dump with human tribal boost. And I'm running individual bounces. It's tokens, but guess what? I beat him the first game just because he kept 1 land. That was not a good idea. It took him like 4 turns to get off that. He deck and stoned me a couple times and stuff after that, but I was going to win. Second game, manages to get out like the dropout servos plus free cast plus he free casts a booster plus the turn before that was a booster. So he's got like 9 servos that are all 3/3s or something. Is ridiculous. So I was actually at 1 life. So it was 20-1. Guess what? My sideboard will come back around and slap you in the face so damn hard you won't even remember what happened in the first game. 3 Crush of Tentacles, 4 Engulf the Shore, and 8 of the ice spells. Rush of Ice and the Containment Membrane, is it? Membrane. What else would it be called? I am losing it. So, you have important ETB or something or a vehicle or whatever. I'm going to pin it down permanently, which honestly is probably what the deck should have done in the first place. I'm still working on it. In my defense, the deck was meant to solely beat Hardened Scales clone decks. It's, the snake that basically is Hardened Scales. So it's meant to kill, counters, and vehicles, because if you're already tapping half your creatures for me and not swinging with them, I only have to bounce half your crap back to hand, and then the vehicle doesn't have haste. So, it's easy as hell. But for the people with important ETB effects, I have to pin them down. So, There's the sideboard. Then if I get flooded with too many creatures, dirt cheap creatures, or servos, or tokens of any kind, humans, whatever, I'm just going to wipe the board. So in quite a few matches today, I literally dropped in 15 cards, the whole sideboard, and people were worried as hell with damn good reason. So it turned out on the next turn I would have died easily. He had like 9 servos on the field, all full boosted, probably 15 creatures total or something. It was absurd. Boom! Crush of Tentacles. Bye-bye. Spent the next 10 turns not getting hit. That deck works. Tyson D works. It is a working deck. It's kind of rock, paper, scissors-y. Some stuff beats it, some stuff doesn't. But the sideboard, like I said, it'll come back around and hit you hard. So yeah, I got out Jace's Emblem, kept bouncing everything back to hand, bounce draw, double draw on Jace, Scry, got, like I said, Emblem, countered every single first spell he cast. I kept bouncing things back, and as soon as the Emblem comes out, it's over, because I'm going to bounce stuff like twice as much as you can cast it, and now your casting speed is cut in half because you have to just burn a spell every time. So yeah, ended up beating him. That was awesome. Oh, and I believe he tied the first round, actually, so I was the only person to truly beat him that day. Dude, seriously, he's the unstoppable 9-year-old. He's amazing. Oh, and his dad won the whole tournament, too. The next game, I honestly don't remember who I played or what they were playing. I'm sure it sucked, though. And the fourth game, I lost as well. So I only won 1 round, which is terrible. But it was just mulligan, land screwed, land flooded, just disaster, just an utter disaster. And what's even stranger is everybody had that happen to them. Like, we had a lot of people at this tournament. Everybody's mulling to 4. Everybody's land short. Everybody can't pull the always watching to win. Everybody can't find their copy of Gideon. Just horrible draws, horrible initial hands, horrible draws in every game, every round from every player. Nobody had anything positive to say about how it went. Plus, all the top players, white, red control with planeswalkers and humans versus red, white, blue control. White, black, kill, removal control draw against red, white, blue control. Wow. So they were just miserable with these god-awful mirror matches in round 2 and 3, or 3 and 4. But hey, they deserve it. They're a bunch of net decking douchebags. They completely deserve it, and Wizards did this to them. They designed it so control is out of control. It is unplayable. Standard is completely unplayable right now. They really better ban multiple cards. I mean, it's not just, ban 2 cards, ban 1 card, and you fix it. It's not just Smuggler's Copter ruining everything. It's not just the Emrakul deck being too powerful. They would literally have to ban, like, Anticipate and Glimmer. Like, that would shut down every deck that's just drawing too many control cards for anybody to handle, and hand-picking them. Not even just drawing them, not just flooding cards from the top of their deck into their hand. They're hand-picking exactly what they need. Do you need a negate? Great, have it. Do you need a kill spell? Here, have one. It's just stupid. It's utterly stupid. And then all the people who went up against those decks with their subpar decks, they were pissed off because they couldn't cast anything, couldn't leave anything on the field, couldn't do anything, couldn't get any combos off, and everybody was drawing crap. So all the games were going on too long. Every single one went to the time limit. It was a catastrophe. I was starting to think that the LGS was built on some kind of Indian burial grounds and we were being haunted by the ghost of mulliganing. So, between rounds, it always devolved to, completely friendly talking crap to each other. And me and one of the guys who hasn't played for a while, who we work closely with at my shop, he kept saying, yeah, I bet I could beat you. It's a shame we didn't get to play because we should have. One of us got matched up and one of us got matched down or something. It was stupid. We literally should have played in the 4th round. So we decided to take it to the OD, baby. Oh, yeah. So whoever won the 2 out of 3 with our decks together, well, I should say whoever lost had to pay the bill for both of us. Okay, that is hardcore MTG gambling right there, because it's you throw down a bet ahead of time, or you say, oh, let's put 5 on it or joke about it, and then who knows if they're serious or whatever. No, you're eating the food right now, okay? You are invested in that. That bill is sitting on the table while you're playing, okay? That's real, man. That's hardcore Chinese magic gambling. Well, the first game I lost because I kept a garbage hand, and the second game I was forced to start with a pretty poor hand. Oh, actually, both times I mulliganed to 6, which that deck does not freaking mulligan. I mean, I don't even understand this. What the hell was wrong today with everybody? Plus, he couldn't draw nothing. He couldn't draw black land to save his life. So, yeah, we were both having a great time even when we left the place. So I lost in 2, barely. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. I won the middle game. I forgot about that. I stomped him the middle game. But then he won the 3rd game. He won the tiebreaker. And, yeah, I had to pay the bill. But whatever, it was $16. This is the OD, not freaking, fancy-pantsy Chinese place. Which actually, fancy-pantsy Chinese place, I believe, just went out. They couldn't stay in business because, the OD is delicious and cheap. I like cheap, dirty chicken. I mean, that's what I eat. I mean, come on, guys. I'm a moderately husky, white guy from Wisconsin in his 20s, okay? I put down Chinese food like I put down water. And also, there's a boatload of salt in there, so you better put down water along with it. I ain't gonna be paying no $20 a dish, okay? That I'm not going to that restaurant. So I lost that as well after going 1-3 at the tournament. A lot of those games were close, but the 4th round I accidentally left 4 cards from my sideboard in my deck, making it 64 cards, which very quickly, forced me to mulligan and then fix it, and then I lost because of it, so that was just stupid. I also split 5 sleeves, and I run the toughest sleeves that exist, KMCs. Okay, arguably the toughest sleeves that exist. Depends how aggressively you shuffle, which you've seen me. So then, as we're pulling out of the OD Chinese place, turns out my friend's tail light is out, or his brake light, or whatever the hell, one of them. I don't know, it's a Saturn, who the hell knows? Honestly, even looking at it, we couldn't figure out which light does what or what's supposed to be doing what, because it was like a 2 voltage level single filament double brightness bulb. Those are weird as hell. So then we go to the auto parts store, which is open super late because it was late at this point, and it is not that cold in Wisconsin. I mean, it's upper 20s, but it was 1,000-mile-an-hour winds. So we're sitting there. I mean, I'm getting out the whole damn kit. We got screwdrivers and crap from my car. We got the hand warmers and stuff. I am all set. I'm Mr. Be Prepared, and I was never even in the Boy Scouts. So then we make an unscheduled stop at the auto parts store, all kinds of bulbs. Turns out one of the sockets is bad as well. So we fixed one light that was burnt out, and then another one wasn't functional quite. It was just less noticeable. You always replace them in pairs, especially when you find out that the other one wasn't working the whole time either. Whole socket's destroyed. We got to rewire it, and they don't have one in stock. So that's awesome. So now we got to hope he doesn't get pulled over. Then I get back to my shop because it's 8 or 9 at night and I still have hours of work to do on a Sunday night. Yay. And mind you, it's already way past the opportunity to do laundry, so I got to get up and do laundry at like 8 o'clock in the damn morning tomorrow. My electric bill has been outrageous at my shop / gas bill. So I didn't even want to turn on the heat. Didn't think I'd be there that long. Turns out I was there for an hour and a half, so that's awesome. So I took a slight shortcut to warming up my shop and then made a slight mistake because I'm tired as hell today. I was up until 5 a.m. last night. I'm not even going to go into why. I actually played Magic pretty well considering. And then I made, a slight error that almost, killed me and blew up my shop and set it on fire. Just a slight order of operations. Do this, then do this in this order. And if you flip steps 3 and 2, you're going to blow your head off. I just shouldn't even be allowed around like explosives or flammable objects. I just shouldn't. Speaking of that, I actually have a really funny video coming up where we're going to destroy some cards. So the tournament bled all the way into the next 2 things we did after it. But the moral of the story is when you've got a beef with somebody and you want to see if you're going to beat them, and also the LGS is closing, you got to hit that Chinese buffet, man. Chinese buffets are where the greatest MTG battles of all time are settled. I think World War II could have been settled if they just would have sat down with Hitler at a Chinese place and just played some Magic. Although I have heard from some of you more historian types out there that Hitler was clearly a net decker, so I don't know if that'd be a good matchup. So that was my crap day at the crap tournament. Everybody's pissed. Everybody's saying they don't want to show up to F&M. I heard F&M attendance might be dropping across the whole world because people are sick of this crap. So I'm going to make another video on that. That's a topic for another video. I have something we could do about it. I bet you already know what it is. But that's my game day wrap up. At least I got some delicious freaking Chinese food. And after not eating at all that day, it was basically crack. I was eating deep fried, peanut butter coated chicken cocaine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go hit and code on this video and probably fall asleep at my desk again. See you guys next video.